At the Cocoa Conference Hall in Akure, Aiyedatiwa said the emblem appeal is to recognize and honor the sacrifices of living and past heroes of the forces who lost their lives in course of war and peacekeeping missions for the country. Government House correspondent Benga Oluwajana reports that the Speaker, Ondo State House of Assembly, Olamide Olantiji, State Chief Judge, members of the State Executive Council, and heads of military and paramilitary agencies graced the event. His report.
The commemoration of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day is a national event which will climax with a military parade and laying of wreath to honor living and fallen heroes of the armed forces. The acting governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, said the 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day will reignite and honor the memory of officers who have, over the years, paid the supreme sacrifice in defending the country. Aiyedatiwa assured of government's determination not to leave any stone unturned in ensuring that the welfare of the legionnaires is given utmost seriousness.
The occasion also presents an opportunity to assure our retired soldiers will always be accorded the special recognition. This is to encourage those still in active service to continue to be committed to their chosen career, which is greatly challenging, as same shall always be acknowledged and appreciated.
The acting of the widows of the fallen heroes.
One of the high points of this annual event is to raise funds through the sale of emblems and donations to assist and promote the well-being of the relations. The state will leave no stone unturned in ensuring that the welfare of the dependents of our departed heroes in the state receive prioritized attention. Body of all legionnaires in the state.
Source for intelligence gathering.
We want to assure the acting governor, the veterans' commitment to partner with the state government to improve on security in the state. The commitment is, of course, as the state media in recent time embarked the course visits to security establishment and ministries with this state to assure that we are able to improve on our synergy and assist as appropriate.
Earlier in a welcome address, Commissioner for Women Affairs, Dr. Juliana Oshadao, appealed to all and sundry to donate generously towards the cause.
It is a time to show a deep sense of respect for the efforts of those who lost their lives in the cause of defending the unity of our nation, Nigeria, and those who became disabled in the process. We must continue to show appreciation not only to what they have done in the past, but also to assure that they are still in active service.
Parade and laying of wreath on Saturday, 15th January 2024. The launch featured the decoration of top government functionaries, service chiefs, and donation for the week-long event. Benga Oluwajana, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, residents of Ondo State have commended the acting governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, for his resolve to lead the state above the political intrigues that have dominated discourse in the last few months. The residents, including elder statesman Sende Arobofa, while reacting to the acting governor's broadcast, tasked him to work in fulfillment of the ideals of the state founding fathers. Osrc's Zaida Ibisala has more.
The burden of leadership and governance of Ondo State now rests on the shoulders of acting governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa following the medical vacation embarked on by Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu effective from December 13, 2023. The morning after acting governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa assumed duty, he addressed the people of Ondo State, calling for unity of purpose and pledging to restore the state to a path of prosperity, which hitherto was affected by the political quagmire. His broadcast has since generated reactions, with Afenifere chieftain and elder statesman Sende Arobofa saying the position is another test of the helmsman's administrative acumen.
We can't but wish him the best of luck in his administration. It's going to be a trying time for him. And what has happened now will bring out the best in him as an administrator and as a leader of people. We can only wish him the very best. At least One, we know that our governor is still alive and is under some care. Secondly, that while sanity will soon return fully to the state.
Chief Arugbofa called for tact on Ayedatiwa's path and synergy of residents to enable him achieve success.
He starts to settle down to serious issues. We thank him for the address, and we know he has it's not an easy situation. What is on ground now needs a very serious attention. They are really going to task him so that they can make a success of the situation. You see, there have been warring factions for about 5 or 6 months. So that in itself is a challenge. So many things are already stuck. So, and to unwind them needs a lot of tact.
Some residents describe the acting governor's broadcast and its content as an indication of his readiness to continue the developmental trajectory emplaced by Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu as encapsulated in the redeemed agenda.
The speech is a welcome idea. The content is good too, because he acknowledged the fact that he has the person of Akeredolu as his leader, as his governor, and that is good enough.
Going by the speech of the acting governor this morning, is a very solemn speech, which of course is endearing to the people of Ondo State, and even is actually opening his hands up to the opposers that, look, let's come together once again, in as much as he felt those issues were avoidable. Repositioning of himself in power play that will come at the next gubernatorial elections 2024 as regards holding power in Ondo State.
With his wisdom so far, with the way he has handled things, I believe he's going to be able to manage the state, and in acting capacity, I believe he's going to do something fantastic.
I want to thank God for Ondo State, and I want to thank God for all the indigenes therein. I think the right thing has just been done. Constitutionally, the right thing has been done. We expect him to build, the acting governor to build on the achievements of the governor to even do better than what the governor has done. For example, in the area of education.
While the acting governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa, said rising above the intrigues and instability of previous months and rolling up sleeves for service are what must be embraced by those saddled with responsibility. Residents say the impact must not be far-fetched. Sahid Arabisala, Osrc News.
Wife of Ondo State Governor Mrs. Betty Anyanwu Akeredolu has intensified her campaign against gender-based violence in the state. The sensitization, which was targeted at the grassroots, took the team through our local government area and Akoko axis of the state for 2 consecutive days. Wife of the Ondo State Governor, Chief Mrs. Betty Anyanwu Akeredolu, said the sensitization was to keep the people at the grassroots abreast of the Violence Against Persons Prohibition VAP law. According to her, the VAP law provides a legal framework for the protection of all citizens, including vulnerable people such as women, men, girls, children, youth, and persons with disabilities. This time, the campaign, in collaboration with the National Association of Women Journalists (NAWAJ), Ondo State Chapter, took place in the Northern Senatorial District of the state. The sensitization meeting will shift to Ondo South Senatorial District next week. A 200-capacity library worth 50 million naira has been inaugurated at the Adeyemi Federal University of Education, Ondo. The project was facilitated by an alumnus of the institution, Dr. Sheon Bosede Osamaye. The Minister for Education, Professor Tahir Maman, represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics, Federal University of Technology, Akure, Professor Taiwo Amos, said the task of developing the education sector is a collective responsibility and therefore called for inputs from individuals and corporate bodies. Joy Pius now completes the story.
Donated to the School of Languages, Adeyemi Federal University of Education, the idea was that of an old student of the institution, Dr. Seun Bosede Osamaye, who took up the responsibility to give back to our alma mater. The library, which has a 200 capacity space, will accommodate students from the School of Languages, other undergraduates, lecturers, as well as those carrying out series of researches. According to the donor, Dr. Seun Osamaye, the initiative, being the 7th, was born out of genuine love she has for her school and also a platform to enhance the development of education sector in the country.
I am a product of this college and I am an ambassador of this place. The development of the nation starts in the classroom. I'm telling you, it starts in the classroom. And my choice of choosing to build and donate a library, people do not understand. If we notice what is happening in our society now, there is so much focus on reading. So I know that this library, this structure, will enable our students to have a place to read. It will be like an incubation center that will enable them not just to read to pass examinations, but also to have a place where they can develop their thinking ability and also enable them to prepare them for future, enable them to succeed in all of their endeavors.
The Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Maman, represented by the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academics, Federal University of Technology, Akure, Professor Taiwo Amos, who lauded the initiative, harped on the importance of citing libraries in the premises of an institution, adding that it will further strengthen the horizon of the students.
May I encourage the university and its community members to take advantage of the library's resources, participate in its program, and support its continued growth and sustainability.
The acting Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Adeyemi Federal University of Education, Dr. Samuel Akintunde, commended the donor for giving back to the school, while urging that the facility be properly maintained to serve its purpose.
This project is also the first of its kind to formally be commissioned on this campus after the formal announcement of this institution as a full-fledged university. For this remarkable note, let me say that I have short of words of appreciation to the donor, Dr. Seun Bosede Osamaye. Without missing words, this is a very well thought out initiative.
Commissioning this project in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Commissioning the project, the former provost of the institution, Professor Adeyemi Idowu, said it was a wake-up call to other individuals to raise the banner of education across the nation, charging students to take advantage of the library.
I've never seen someone who will take his or her money or family money to say we want to go and build something in an institution. And it's not as if these people have money more than others, but it's just a commitment and a feeling. And that's what we should begin to preach to our young people.
Others at the event, including the lawmaker representing Ondo East and West, mentioned as a welcome development that should be replicated by all stakeholders.
The greatest impact you can ever make is education. And acquiring knowledge through all this library system is one of the best things you can ever do. So I want to encourage stakeholders to continue to do such projects.
It is believed that this dream into reality. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
An Akure Magistrate Court has adjourned till next year the case involving a former House of Representatives member, Mr. Larry Adeyemi, and the Oniru Overo, Oba Bayode Agbola. Oba Agbola was alleged defaming Mr. Adeyemi, who the monarch accused of sponsoring thugs to disrupt the peace. Olujabi Olushola adjourned the matter till February 5.
It was a case of defamation instituted by a former House of Representatives member, Lanre Adeyemi against the Oniwu of Irun Akoko Obabayode Agbola at the magistrate court. Mr. Adeyemi alleged that the monarch accused him of using hired Turks to disrupt the peace of the Irun community. The monarch told to the defendant, Adelanke Akinrata, dismissed previous media reports containing false information against the position.
Did not sit on that day. I did not even know the magistrate would not sit. But for the courtship for the court, I owe it a duty to explain my whereabouts to the court, which I have done. However, on that, I saw widely publicized a lot of publication to the blah 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 that they offend all this. And when I look at it, the first thing I did this morning is to bring it to that